Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Atlanta. We are here, the Falcons diving, and you know what that means. It's time for football in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Continuing our wild card weekend run, it's the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. We're all set to go here, so let's not delay any further. Let's get this game underway. Game starts here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Return is taken out by the Commanders to about the 29, and out comes the sophomore man himself, Jaden Daniels. Certainly a less flashy season than his rookie season, but it was enough to get them into the playoffs for a second year in a row. First and 10 here. Daniels going to hand it off, and that is going to be stuffed immediately for a loss of 5 there. That was Bertrand for a 5-yard loss there. This Atlanta Falcons defense, Raheem Morris has been their coach for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. He is a defensive genius, and we're already beginning to see that on the first play of the game. Second and 15 now. Daniels back lined up to his left. Handoff. And that is going to be stuffed again. Ezekiel Elliott, the veteran, is showing not a lot of anything right now, as that is 2 subsequent 5-yard losses. That was Bertrand again on the tackle. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 20 now. Daniels back lined up to his right here. Got to make a big play if you want to keep this drive alive. Got time. Going to just dump it off quickly up the middle, and that is going to be caught, but it is only going to be for a gain of about 8. That is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, as that is a 3 and out to begin the game, and Jaden Daniels seems very unhappy about that result. Commanders to punt it now. Looks like it's going to be from about their own 15. Punt's going to be taken from about the Falcons' own 23. And they're going to bring it out to the 33. And out comes Michael Penix Jr. in his second year. A lot more yards than any of his previous years. 28 touchdowns, but a lot of turnovers. 8 interceptions. But it was enough to get that Falcons one of their best seasons in recent memory, 12 and 5 on the year. First and 10, Penix under center, going to hand it off to the man who probably had one of the biggest impacts on this team's success, Bijan Robinson, one of the best running backs in the league. Taking a look at some of the notable inactives for the Commanders, almost all on defense, and then the right tackle as well. But thankfully their injury list is only 4 players, which going into wildcard weekend is a blessing in itself. Penix going to fire deep down the left side, and that is going to be intended for Drake London. Going to be broken up by 4. 3rd and 9 now. Penix back lined up to his left. A pass, it's going to be caught, and he's going to lose it. Oh, Drake London almost had enough, but then he fumbled and picked it up a couple yards shy, and that is going to bring up 4th and 2, and that is going to be 2 3-and-outs from both teams to start this game. Both of these defenses are really good, especially the Falcons one. So starting out with 2 3-and-outs is not a sign of poor offense. Taking a look at the passing average for the Commanders, they have not been throwing the rock much, only 185 yards per game, which is one of the lowest averages in the league. Daniels now dropping back to pass. Over the middle, going to be broken up, intended for number 17. That was Terry McLaurin. Brings up 2nd and 10. Daniels going to look to pass again, fire a quick one. That is going to be to the tight end, who's going to get a couple broken tackles and get down to the 19. That was Zach Ertz on the reception. 3rd and 3 now. Daniels alone in the backfield, looking to pass. Pressure's coming, and he is going to be sacked by Jalen Walker for a 13-yard loss. Another 3 and out, and that punt is going to be from middle of the end zone there. Going to be recovered by the Falcons for a fair catch, and that is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 45. Taking a look at the Falcons' passing average, substantially higher than the Commanders at 227 yards a game. Still not an immense amount, but definitely more than the Commanders, who are one of the lowest in the league. Penix back lined up to his right here on 1st and 10. Going to motion Kyle Pitts to the right side. Going to pass, going to fire, and that is going to be Bijan Robinson over the middle for 11 yards there. It is going to bring up 1st and 10 from the Commanders' 44 now. Going to hand it off to Bijan Robinson, and that time he is going to get 5 yards. That is one of the most lethal things about this Falcons offense, is that Bijan Robinson is incredibly multi-purpose. He is a relatively good passing back, and obviously he's one of the best rushers in the league. There's going to be the backup, Algier, I believe, there. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 1 now.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Penix under center, 2 men in the backfield. Going to pass over the middle. That's going to be caught by Drake London. And he is going to get about 7 yards there. And that is going to be enough for a 1st down. And this Falcons crowd is starting to get hyped. Maybe because the Falcons are doing good, or maybe because there's actual offensive play happening. Who can guess? Penix going to hand it off down the right side. That is going to be another solid rush. And that is going to be for 5 yards. A little slow to get up, but that was Williams on the run there. 2nd and 5 now. Penix under center, 2 men in the backfield. And that time he is going to be stuffed. That is Algier for a loss of 1 there. That is going to bring up 3rd and 6 now. Penix looking to pass, got time. Left side caught by Williams, and he is going to get 4 yards, but not enough for the 1st down. So Yunwei Koo, one of the best kickers in the league, going to go for this field goal here. It is up and good. And with that, we've got some points on the board here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 3-0 in favor of the Falcons. Pinion's going to kick it off. Taken from inside the end zone, and it's going to be brought out to about the 25. Daniels now coming out for yet another drive. After 2 3-and-outs and -8 total yards, you've got to expect he wants to get something on the board. 1st and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his right here. Going to hand it off, and that is going to be brought down for a loss, and it is also going to be an illegal block in the back by Terry McLaurin. That is going to bring up 1st and 19 now after the loss, and that is going to back up the Commanders even more in a situation where they do not need it. 1st and 19 now. Daniels going to fake the handoff, looking to pass left side, caught. And that is Brown on the big gain, 16 yards there, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 3. Daniels looking to pass again, got time, fires a quick one, and that is going to be caught by Zach Ertz for a 1st down. First down of the game for the Commanders. 1st and 10 now. Daniels under center, going to hand it off. And that is going to be only a gain of about a yard there. 2nd and 9 now. Daniels back lined up to his right. Going to hand it off again. And that time it is going to be stuffed for no gain. That was Bertrand, who is having a phenomenal game so far. I believe almost 6 total tackles already. Daniels on 3rd and 9 looking to pass. And that is going to be almost intercepted over the middle by Ellis. Deebo Samuel was in the general area, but it was batted down before him. Commanders are going to punt it for the third time this game. It's going to be taken from about the 10-yard line of the Falcons, and they're going to bring it out to about the 21. But Michael Penix going to come out for yet another drive. For a while, some people were considering him for MVP. He was just barely out of conversations, but he did have one of the best seasons of a Falcons quarterback since probably the days of Matt Ryan. And of course, as I say that, he criminally underthrows his receiver there. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Penix backlined up to his right, going to look to pass. And that is going to be caught by Ray Murray McLeod down to the 28. 3rd and 3 now. Penix under center, one man in the backfield. Going to fake the handoff, fire deep down the left sideline, and that is going to be caught by Drake London, absolutely mossing his defender there. And that is a big play for this Falcons offense. Dropped back and threw it when I don't think anybody expected him to, and that's what allowed him to get it off. Absolutely mossed forward there on the spin. One of the most impressive plays in a while, and the mascot is getting even more into it than some of the players are. 1st and 10 now, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Almost sacked. Penix is going to stay on his feet, and it's going to be almost intercepted as well. 2nd and 10 now. Penix backlined up to his right, passing over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Kyle Pitts down to the 16. Into the red zone, and with that, the first quarter is over. Pretty slow start to this game. 0-3 after one quarter. But multiple solid plays from both teams. Offensively for the Falcons, most of them, and defensively for the Commanders. Marshawn Lattimore back facing an NFC South team, and boy does he seem hyped about it. Starting the second quarter now, 1st and 10 from the 16. Penix under center, Robinson in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Robinson, and he is going to lose yardage there. Get immediately blown up for the loss of 2, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 12. Robinson seems unhappy with that, but that was just poor blocking up on the front. 2nd and 12 now. Penix, Robinson lined up to his right. Going to try to hand it off to him again, and that time he isn't going to gain yardage, but he isn't going to lose it either. Looks like a Falcons lineman is in a little bit of pain. That is Bergeron. We're going to hope he's okay as we get ready for 3rd and 12. Penix back lined up to his left now. Gonna look to pass. Got time, pretty good blocking. And he's going to choose to just throw it away. Really solid coverage by all of the Commanders. Armstrong on the pressure, and he just decided to cut his losses, so Yunwei Koo could go for the field goal.
A 35-yard attempt.
Kick is up, and it is good. And with that, the lead is extended even more. 6-0 now in favor of these home Falcons. Pinion going to kick it off again for us. Going to be taken from about the 2-yard line. And it's going to be brought out to about the 27. Daniels coming out now. Had a better drive with that last one, but still 0 points on the board. Nothing to show for it, and only 14 total yards. Got to get something going right now before the game spirals out of your control and the Falcons put a score on the board. And that is a phenomenal way to do it. A.J. Dillon with a big game. 16 yards there. And that is going to bring up a first down for these Commanders.
First down, Washington.
Daniel under center, one man in the backfield. Going to motion Deebo Samuel to the left side. Handoff, and that is going to be stuffed immediately. A.J. Dillon going to lose 2 yards there after being tackled by Ebed Katie. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 12 from their own 41. Daniels back lined up to his right. Going to hand it off. That's going to get out to the side and get almost enough for a first down. Ezekiel Elliott with 11 yards there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Daniels now back lined up to his right. Handoff. Out to the left side. Going to get enough for a first down, but there is a flag back by the offensive line. And that is another illegal block in the back, and it is also by Terry McLaurin, his 2nd now. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now from exactly midfield. Daniels back lined up to his left. Looking to pass. Got time. Firing over the middle. Caught by Zach Ertz. But it looks like there is another penalty.
Holding offense.
And there's going to be Sam Cosme, the right guard. And now we have 3rd and 12. The Commanders will do absolutely anything to not get a first down. Daniels back lined up to his right. Going to motion Zach Ertz to the left side. Passing over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Zach Ertz for the first down. He has been having a very solid game to start. Just a quick pass over the middle, got separation, and then was able to carry a couple guys with him for a few yards on this top. Daniels now under center on 1st and 10. Going to hand it off to A.J. Dillon, and he's going to get about 3 yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 from the Falcons 41 now. Daniels under center, 2 men in the backfield. Going to fake the handoff. And Daniels is going to lose the football, and that is going to be recovered by the defensive lineman, and he is going. He's going to go all the way. And that is a touchdown for the Falcons. Rook Ororio. Floyd got the fumble there, and Oro just managed to house it just when the Commanders were starting to get some momentum. Absolutely flamed, and this defense continues to show why Ray Morris has a job. Point after attempt, good, and with that, the lead is now 13-0 here. After the Commanders had such a good playoff run last year, it almost feels sad that it would end in the wild card. Return is going to be taken out to about the 30 here as we are going to get ready for 1st and 10. The Commanders have averaged 41 yards per game in penalties, and already today they have 30. That has definitely been one of the key aspects of them not being able to get the ball moving that often. Quick pass over the middle, going to be caught for a gain of about 8 there. That was Luke McCaffrey, brother to Christian McCaffrey there. Daniel's going to look to pass again, and that one is going to fly low. As it looks like there is an injury on the offensive line. It looks like Cornely is going to go into the locker room. We are going to hope he is okay. 3rd and 2 now. Daniels back lined up to his right. Looking to pass, got time quickly over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Williams down into Falcons territory. That was just a quick little pass over the middle, and he just managed to get a little bit of separation and just get a couple extra yards there. 1st and 10 now from the Falcons 49. Daniels back lined up to his right. Going to motion the tight end over. Daniels going to fire a quick pass, and that is going to be caught for a gain of 5 there. Josh Oliver. And then he's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 43. Daniels going to hand it off here. A.J. Dillon going to get a good burst up the middle. And that is going to be enough for another Commanders first down. From the 37 now, Daniels back lined up to his right. Snap is going to be low. Going to still manage to hand it off to Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to get out to the right side and get down to the 30 there. Gain of 8 yards. And that is going to bring up 2nd and 2. Daniels now back lined up to his right. Going to motion Ertz over to the left side. Going to hand it off, and that is going to be Krosky Merritt, who is going to get about nothing there after being tackled by Jalen Warren. 3rd and 2 now. Going to be a run, and that is going to be Krosky Merritt again with enough for the first down. Down to the 24 there. And the Commanders are almost into the red zone.
And the Washington first down.
1st and 10 now. Daniels going to look to pass. Got time. Right side. Firing. And it's going to be broken up by number 44 there. 2nd and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his left. Looking to pass. Got time. Going to fire, almost be intercepted there by number 21, Hughes. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his left. Going to motion a tight end over to the right side. And Daniels, under pressure, is going to lose 19 yards there. This offensive line for the Commanders has been absolutely flipping and fumbling. Braylon Trice saw him dropping back and just decided to chase him down. I think a sign for how poor this offensive line has been is that, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, there should be no point where there are 3 men running straight down the field at your quarterback. Field goal attempt is good for the Commanders, and Matt Gay makes the score 3-13. With 3 minutes left in the half, the Commanders are finally on the board. I will continue to say it, ladies and gentlemen, after that 49ers-Rams game. Anything can happen. A 10-point deficit is nothing.
At their own 26-yard line.
Michael Penix going to get started here for the Falcons. 1st and 10, back lined up to his left. Going to hand it off to Bijan Robinson, and he is going to be stuffed there for a loss of 1.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
2nd and 11 now. Penix back lined up to his right. Going to hand it off to Robinson, and he's going to get a good burst of speed down to the 30. He's going to bring up 3rd and 6. With the 2-minute warning, taking a look at Mercedes-Benz Stadium with a score 3-13. Penix back lined up to his left now. Looking to pass, firing over the middle, going to be caught. And breaking a few tackles is Darnell Mooney. All the way down to the 47. Penix back lined up to his right. Going to quickly pass again. That time it's Drake London, and he's going to get another first down. Down to the 42 now. Clock ticking. No timeouts called yet by either side. Going to motion Robinson out to the left. Penix firing over the middle, and that is going to be Darnell Mooney again. Down to the 30. Darnell Mooney's going to channel his inner Chase Claypool there. Michael Penix looking to pass again. Over the middle, caught. That is Kyle Pitts, who's going to get about 8 yards there. And Ray Morris is going to call his first timeout of the half with exactly a minute left on the clock.
At the Commanders' 22-yard line.
2nd and 2 now from the 22. Penix alone in the backfield. Looking to pass, got time, firing, left side, caught by Kyle Pitts again, and that one is going to be down to the 14. Taking a look at Atlanta, it's a beautiful day here, and the Falcons seem to be making the most of it here in the stadium. Flying high. Penix looking to pass again, back of the end zone, and that is almost intercepted there. But it is just going to fall dead.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
2nd and 10 now. Penix back lined up to his left. Penix looking to pass, got time, and that is going to bounce off the back of one of the offensive linemen. And that is going to bring up 3rd and 10 now.
3rd down and 10.
Penix back lined up to his right. Going to look to pass here. Quick fire over the middle, and that is going to be dropped by Darnell Mooney. And that is going to bring up 4th down and 10. Younghoe Koo's going to try to kick this field goal for the Falcons. Kick is up. It is good. And the lead is once again 13 points. Pinion going to kick off for us once again. With 41 seconds left on the clock, Dan Quinn is probably just going to go for a few Hail Marys here. And we're going to see what they can do. Daniel's coming out again. He has had a very poor half. But the second half exists for a reason. 1st and 10. Daniel's back lined up to his left. Going to have time. Going to fire quickly over the middle, and that is going to be caught by A.J. Dillon down to the 44. Daniels now back lined up to his right for another 1st and 10. Going to swap to his left side now. Going to fire quickly over the middle, and that is going to be dropped by Brown. 29 seconds left on the clock now. 2nd and 10. Daniels going to pass again. He's going to be caught by Terry McLaurin down to the 49. 21 seconds left on the clock, ticking ever lower. Pass caught over the middle by McLaurin again, but there is a penalty. And that is offsides on the defense, and that is going to put them even closer. They're going to instead choose to decline it, which is going to bring them down to the 44. With 1st and 10 now, that stopped the clock, which was also huge for Dan Quinn, saving him another timeout. 1st and 10, Daniels back lined up to his right. Passing left side, going to be caught by Deebo Samuel, and he's going to get immediately laid out. Taking another timeout, only one left now, 11 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 4, Daniels moving, going to lose yardage there. And now Matt Gay is going to come out for a big field goal. Kick is up, and it is good. And that is going to diminish the lead back to 10 points as the Falcons are going to have a chance for one more Hail Mary.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Penix now under center. He's instead going to choose to just hand it off. No way. Bijan Robinson down the left side. Can he house it? He can! Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Raheem Morris is one of the biggest geniuses in the NFL. With 3 seconds left in the half, instead of going for the Hail Mary, he goes for a run, which the Commanders are unprepared for, and that gets them another touchdown. And now they are going into halftime up 17, 6-23 going into half. And the Falcons fans are happy here. Taking a look at some of the best clips from the first half. Deebo Samuel getting laid out is definitely one of the best ones. Jaden Daniels ended the half a bit better than he began it, but it is still a 17-point deficit. Washington going to kick off now. Going to be taken from about the 3-yard line. And he is going to bring it out to about the 25. Taking a look at the red zone efficiency for the Falcons, ironically enough, all of their touchdowns that they have gotten have been either defensive or that Bijan Robinson one that was from outside the red zone. So their red zone efficiency has actually been a flat 0. That's going to be a 4-yard gain by Bijan Robinson, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 6. Penix now dropping back. And a pass over the middle. That is Darnell Mooney, who's going to get enough for the first down there.
A gain of 10 yards.
Down to the 41 now.
First down.
Quick pass over the middle, going to be intercepted down the left sideline, and that is going to be intercepted. Kendall Fuller, and the Commanders are trying to regain tempo here in Atlanta. It's a quick pass. Drake London just misunderstood the route, and he was able to capitalize on it. And Jaden Daniels is now going to start with his best field position that he has started with all game. Starting from the 31, Daniels back lined up to his right. And I hand it off. That is going to be A.J. Dillon, who is going to get a whole lot of nothing there. 2nd and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his right again. He's going to be caught by Brown on the left side, and that is going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Daniels back lined up to his left now. Going to look to pass over the middle, caught, and that is going to be Brown again down to the 23. 4th and 2. Dan Quinn is going to decide to go for this. I agree with this decision considering you're down 17. Let's just see if they can convert it. Daniels under center. Going to pitch it. That was not the play call I would have gone for if I was going for 4th down. The pitch 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage to your, with no offense to A.J. Dillon, lackluster running back. And that is going to bring up a turnover on downs. And the Falcons, despite the interception by Penix, are unpunished for their actions. 1st and 10 now, Penix under center. Going to fake the handoff, fire over the middle, and that is going to be caught by Drake London. And that time he did not misunderstand his route. Gain of almost 20 yards there, and that is going to bring up another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Penix now under center, 1 man in the backfield. And that is going to be a jump on the offensive line.
Ball start, offense.
Number 71 there, and that is going to back up the Falcons for 1st and 15 now. Penix going to fake the handoff to Bijan Robinson. Going to be caught by Algier out to the left side, and he's actually going to manage to break a tackle. And that is going to... Oh, sorry, that was Jamal Williams there. 2nd and 8 now. Penix under center. Going to hand it off to Bijan Robinson, and he's going to get all the way down to the Commanders' 49. 3rd and 2 now. Penix back lined up to his left. Going to look to pass. Firing, and that is going to be broken up, intended for Bijan Robinson, but he was unable to keep his hands on it. It's going to bring up 4th and 2, and the Falcons are going to choose to punt this one away. Punts from about their own 40. Fair catch is called, and it is going to bounce out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Jaden Daniels now, after starting with his best field position all game and turning it over on downs. You got to imagine he'd want that one back right now. Daniels going to look to scramble up the middle. Got plenty of room, and he is going to get all the way down to the 21. Almost 15 yards on the scramble there. And that is going to bring up 1st and 10 at the 21. Daniels back lined up to his right on 1st and 10 here. Going to look to pass. Fire left side, that's going to be caught by Zach Ertz. And that is going to be enough for another touchdown. Daniels putting the offense into hurry up. Back lined up to his left here. Going to motion Deebo Samuel over to the left side. Pump fake. Going to try to throw it to Deebo Samuel, but that is going to just fly out of bounds. Yet another big pressure there. And that is just something you cannot have your offensive line doing when you're down this much. 2nd and 10, Daniels back lined up to his left. Looking to pass. Got time this time. But that is going to be into double coverage on Zach Ertz. And they are going to be unable to get it. 3rd and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his right. Elliott's going to move out to the left side. Daniels got room to scramble again, and this time he is going to get plenty. All the way down to the 46 of the Falcons. Ray Morris taking a timeout, probably wants to talk things over with his coaching staff and his players after allowing 2 huge scrambles. 1st and 10 now, Daniels back lined up to his right. Going to pass the right side, and that is going to be caught for about 4 yards. A.J. Dillon on that one. 2nd and 6 now. Daniels under center. Going to hand it off to A.J. Dillon, and he's going to get about 5 yards on that little run there. 3rd and 1. Handoff to Ezekiel Elliott, and he is going to lose 2 yards. 4th and 3 now. If Dan Quinn went for 4th and 2, you've got to imagine he's going to go for 4th and 3, as he seems to be intending to here. Daniels back lined up to his right. Got to start taking risks. Firing, and that is going to be intercepted. I don't know what to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Clark Phillips III on that interception. And this Falcons team has just absolutely dismantled this Commanders offense. Intended for Terry McLaurin there, just playing zone and playing it perfectly. Penix is going to come out for yet another drive. As all you really need to do now, despite still being like only halfway through the 3rd quarter, you just want to run down the clock here. Penix back lined up behind him. And a look to pass. Got time. Firing. Caught by Bijan Robinson. And he is going to get absolutely demolished there. Gain of 7. Going to bring up 2nd and 3. Going to be a handoff to Bijan Robinson. And there he is going to lose a yard. After being tackled by number 54 there.
A loss of a yard on the play.
3rd and 4 now. Falcons. Going to look to pass, and that is going to be Kyle Pitts. The fantasy legend and fantasy failure for many a man. And that is going to bring up 1st and down from the Falcons' own 41. Handoff is going to be Algier with a gain of about 4 yards down to the 46. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Penix going to look to hand it off to Algier again, and that time he is going to lose yardage after being tackled by number 43 and number 2. Lost a yard there, and then is going to bring up 3rd and 7. Penix alone in the backfield here. Going to pass, caught over the middle, and that is going to be Kyle Pitts with another big reception. That's going to bring up a first down for the Falcons at the Commanders' 42. Penix under center now, 1 man in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Robinson, and he's just going to scramble along the line of scrimmage there and get a whole lot of nothing. 2nd and 10 now. Penix back lined up to his right. Going to motion Drake London to the left side. Penix going to dump it off quickly to London, and he's going to get about 5 yards on that little flick. 3rd and 5 now. Penix going to look to pass again, and that is going to be a wide open Darnell Mooney over the middle. And that is going to be down to the 28. And with that, Penix is going to maybe try to get the play off before the quarter ends. He's going to instead choose to let the time run out. 6-23. This game is all but over here. Taking a look at that interception by Phillips that set up this drive. And that run by number 21. Going to bring up start of the 4th quarter here with 1st and 10. From the 28 of the Commanders, Penix under center, 1 man in the backfield. Going to hand it off. Bijan Robinson going to manage to squeeze his way through multiple men there and get down to the 22 for 2nd and 4 now. Quan Martin on the tackle there. 2nd and 4, Penix under center, 1 man in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Robinson again. He's going to get a big burst down the middle and get all the way down to the 7. Looks like one of the Falcons' offensive linemen is not feeling well. I believe that is Matthew. We are going to hope he is okay. 1st and goal now. Penix under center, 1 man in the backfield. Going to hand it off. That's Algier up the middle. Touchdown Falcons. This Falcons rushing attack has been lethal for most of this game. Tyler Algier in a mini tush push from some of the offensive linemen. Also managing to get a couple good jukes. Marshawn Lattimore tried to get the tackle, but it was too little, too late. Point after attempt now from Yunwei Koo. Could not be any more down the middle. And the Falcons now have a 4-score lead. Pinion going to kick this one off. I know it's mean to say it, ladies and gentlemen, with 13 minutes left in the game still. But at this point, Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders are just going to go for garbage time points to make the score seem a bit less sad, because the Falcons have doubled the yards of the Commanders so far this game. Good pass over the middle to Brown on the left side. It's going to bring up 1st down for the Commanders at the 48. Daniel's going to pass over the middle again, and that time it's going to be caught by A.J. Dillon down to the 36. 1st and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his left. A pass, and that is going to be blocked by number 96 there. Daniels now calling an audible. Back lined up to his left now. Going to motion 2 men over to the right side. Fake the handoff. Passing deep over the middle. And that is going to be Zach Ertz all the way down to the 6. 1st and goal for the first time this game for Jaden Daniels. Gonna hand it off, and Ezekiel Elliott is gonna get nothing there. Get immediately stuffed by Aurora Rowe, who got the fumble for a touchdown earlier this game. Daniels now under center, 2 men in the backfield. And that play is going to die before it even got a chance to start. Dorless with the 5th sack of the game for this Falcons defense. 3rd and goal now. Daniels back lined up to his left. Gonna motion Brown over. Got time, firing over the middle. And Terry McLaurin with a touchdown for the Commanders. Could the Commanders possibly come back from this? McLaurin is celebrating like they can. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion here. This would diminish the lead to 16 points. It is technically a 3-score game, but you need 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. But that is one right there. It is now 30-14 as it looks like Dorless, the man who got the sack just a few moments ago, is going to walk into the locker room. We're going to hope he's okay. Matt Gay is going to kick off for the Commanders here. Going to be taken out to the 29. Taking a look at the 3rd down efficiency of the Falcons. They've been very efficient today, 54% compared to their season average of 36. And all you really have to do now is wind down the clock. You can technically finish this game in one drive if you just have a successful run game, which this team has. Taking a look at the rushing yards allowed today by the Commanders, they had a top 10 rushing defense, and while they've shown that for most of the game, that 80-yard rush by Bijan Robinson before the half was out definitely put a hole in that plan. And that will as well. Tyler Algier going to get about 8 yards on that gain, and that is going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Falcons at their own 42. Penix under center, going to hand it off again. That is going to be a big run up the middle for Jamal Williams, down to the 44. Started on the Lions, went to the Saints, now here on the Falcons, and he is still having success. Williams going to get it again. That time going to get only about 2 yards, as it looks like another one of the offensive linemen for the Falcons is banged up. That is Hansen there. We are going to hope he's okay as we get ready for 2nd and 8. Penix back lined up to his left. Handoff to Jamal Williams, going to get about a yard there as the clock continues to dwindle down. Number 54 on the tackle there, and that is going to bring up 3rd and 7. Penix back lined up to his left. Going to motion Kyle Pitts out. Looking to pass, going to be caught, and that is going to be enough for a 1st down, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on the offensive line, that is Ryan Neusel, as this is going to bring up 3rd and 17 for this Falcons offense. Penix under center, 2 men in the backfield, going to motion Pitts over. Penix going to look to pass, firing deep down the left side, and that is caught by Kyle Pitts. In a situation where the Commanders defense could do anything but let that happen, they let that happen. Just jumping over Fuller there. Fuller has let up many of the big plays for this Falcons team. And I gotta imagine Dan Quinn is upset with him right now. Penix gonna hand it off. That's Algier down the right side. Down into the red zone now after that 6-yard run. Clock is dwindling past 4.5 minutes left in the game. Penix going to hand it off again. That is going to be Algier getting not much of anything there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 now. Going to hand it off to Algier once again, and that time he's going to lose a yard. That was Ray on the tackle. Took him down just a yard behind. Just the offensive line got swapped. Great block shed there. But Yunwei Koo is going to try to pin this for another field goal. 36-yard attempt here. Kick is up and good. And the lead is now 19 points for this Falcons team. Only 3 minutes left in the game. You've got to imagine Jaden Daniels is just going to try to get something on the board. But let's just see what happens. Going to be taken from almost the end zone and going to be brought out to about the 22. Jaden Daniels is going to get started here. Daniels back lined up to his left for 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass. Deep down the right side. Going to be almost picked. Dropped by Mason there. That is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Daniels back lined up to his left. Looking to pass. It's going to be caught over the middle by Zach Ertz, and he's going to get enough for a 1st down there. 13-yard gain, going to bring up 1st and 10 now. Daniels back lined up to his right, going to motion Ertz to the left. Pass again, caught by Ertz. Down to the 42 that time. Jaden Daniels back lined up to his left for another 1st down here.
A gain of 21 yards.
Looking to pass, and he is going to be sacked. 6th sack of the day for this Falcons defense. Daniel's going to try to snap it before the 2-minute warning. Going to manage to get it off. Going to pass quickly over the middle, and that is going to be Brown. 2-minute warning now. This game is all but over. Minute 57 left. Let's see what the Commanders can put on the board in the final seconds. 3rd and 7. Daniels back lined up to his right. Going to motion multiple men. Daniels passing over the middle, and that is going to fly over the head of McLaurin there. 4th and 7. Potentially the last play of the season for the Commanders. Daniels back lined up to his left. This crowd is reaching fever pitch. Looking to pass, and it is overthrown once again. And with that, the game is over. Admirable effort by Jaden Daniels. In my opinion, he is not the one to blame for most of the failures of this game. The offensive line was incredibly poor. But that is neither here nor there, as Penix is going to try to end this game. Quick handoff to Algier on the right side. Going to be tackled for no gain by Armstrong, as Dan Quinn is going to choose to have some shred of dignity and not call timeouts to end this game. Penix going to hand it off to Algier. Going to get a big burst of speed up the middle, down to the 44 of the Commanders. And with that, Penix is going to continue to try to run this. I really don't know why. It has kind of been proven that Dan Quinn is not going to take his timeouts, but maybe he just wants to stat pad a little bit. Handoff there to Jamal Williams, and that is going to bring us to the end of this game. 2-1, and the Falcons, for the first time in years, are moving on to the divisional. Dan Quinn is upset. Raheem Morris is overjoyed. Penix shaking hands with multiple of the Commanders players. And with that, Mercedes-Benz Stadium seems pretty dang happy right now. Falcons not only made the playoffs for the first time in a few years, but I'm also moving on for the first time in years. Can they make a big run? Who knows? We're going to find out next week. I'm your host, AJ. Thank you so much for watching. It is a win for the home Falcons, taking down the Washington Commanders 33-14. And with that, I say so long from Atlanta and have a good rest of your Sunday.